My fellow Marines, brothers in arms, and associates of the group, I am speaking to you tonight from my office in Fort Phoenix, Washington. At this very location, we have conducted numerous large-scale deployments and operations. Yet, I still remember a time, many years ago, when this group we now call the Roblox Universal Defense Force was simply in its beginning stages. Back in those days, we were simply a small ragtag squad of Marines atop a mall roof in the heart of Firebird City. Since those times in the very beginning, I have watched as this group has grown from that small squad of Marines to an organization with hundreds of members across dozens of divisions, units, and split-offs. Throughout the over 2-year run of the group, I have gone through countless trials and tribulations. I have watched as friendships rise and fall, people come and go, and I have witnessed so many trusts and betrayals. And though, through all these life-changing events, we must remember that time is an omnipotent force that acts upon all of us. It is with a heavy heart, but an optimistic mindset that I announce that the Roblox Universal Defense Force will commence its decentralization and inevitable capitulation. The RUDF will henceforth be split into several independent groups. The main RUDF may be gone, but our legacy and historic achievement will continue to live on. That is why I carry an open and hopeful mindset with these new beginnings. Whether it be 8th Armored or 4CON, who were former units of the RUDF, or new organizations such as USOM or the USARG. We may be divided by group, but we will be forever united by a strong sense of community and history. While I wish I could be there to see all the great things you will all achieve, it seems that my time here has come to an end. I have always strived to do what's best for my fellow Marines. I have always tried to maintain a selfless mindset in order to achieve the best outcome for the group. And I will never forget the help that I have gotten during my time as the commanding colonel of the RUDF. Whether it be my officers, the NCOs, lower enlisted, guests, or allies, you folks have always been there to help me in my journey to maintain such a rich and vibrant community. While this time in our history may be a somber one, I feel as if this is just the beginning of a new chapter for our community. I wish all the new groups prosperity in the future, and I hope that you all can learn from the mistakes I've made, the faults of my character, and achieve great things where I have once failed. Despite the hardships we've been through, the difficult decisions I've had to make, and the places where I've come short, I would do it all again for this community. I have met so many good people and accomplished so much in these past 2 years, and it would all not be possible without you. The men I serve with and the people I command are truly the ones that make it all possible. For what is a commander without the trust of his loyal men? As I look back at my leadership in the RUDF, I often remember Abraham Lincoln's acceptance speech at the Illinois Republican State Convention in 1858. Back in that time in American history, the young nation was strictly divided between the ever-increasing issue of slavery. Before the American Civil War, however, Lincoln knew that a conflict was looming on the horizon. And when he was nominated as the Republican presidential frontrunner, he warned of this very impending conflict by, quote, saying, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." Lincoln's words rang true throughout the country, and as the years passed, the battles fought by politicians with legislature and Congress turned to battles waged on soil with blood and steel. This conflict pitted fellow countrymen against each other, Americans who were once brothers, now fighting over the inevitable conflicts that turned the tide of history. It was not so long ago when the mounting issues of social strife in our group finally broke in the summer of '24. Though different in many ways, both the American Civil War and the RUDF Civil War are both examples of what happens when a major societal issue is suppressed, ignored, or otherwise kicked down the road to break out even worse. Much like the American Civil War, the conflicts faced in the RUDF pitted brother against brother. Longtime friends turned to enemies in the face of conflict. I can only hope that the tale of my leadership can be used as an example for leaders and groups who will come after me. I hope the future generations can look back at my command and avoid the mistakes I have made in the past, as those who cannot learn from history are doomed to repeat it. The story of the RUDF is one ripe with achievement and hardships, one of unity and civil unrest. And though through all of this, the good and the bad, it was all worth it to see the sustainment of such a vibrant community. Despite the failures I have committed and the mistakes I have made, I will always cherish the memories I have gained as the commanding colonel of the RUDF. And maybe, someday in the future, I will return. Thank you all for everything. This has been Colonel Detin Prob, signing out for the last time. Semper Fidelis, Marines.